today we are going to be learning about something fun. I can't wait until you explain it.
I'm excited too.
So, let me go get the project we're going to be learning about. I can't wait. And I know you love learning about mushrooms. So today we are going to be learning something cool.
Do you want me to hold it closer so they can see what it is?
Of course.
That's kind of backwards, but Stamets 7, a mushroom powder.
Yes, mushroom powder. I'm so interested to hear what he's going to teach us about.
All right, you want me to just talk about the product?
Well, how about now you just talk about all the mushrooms.
All the mushrooms. So within this product, there are a bunch of different mushrooms, 7 to be exact. That's why it's called Stamets 7. I'll read the mushrooms out. There are Royal Sunblaze, Cordyceps, Reishi, Maitake, Lion's Mane, Chaga, and Messina.
Now, how about you talk about each one of those 7 mushrooms, how they live and stuff like that, what tree they go near.
So mushrooms can be found near oak trees to be specific, but there are a variety of different trees that they grow around. The reason why they grow around trees is because they have what's called a symbiotic relationship. Do you know what that means, Divya?
Of course. Some smart scientists say that mushrooms and trees share their own food and their own water with each other, because mushrooms cannot live alone without trees.
Exactly.
So trees are kind of like parents for mushrooms.
Yeah, exactly. So the 7 different mushrooms in here, what they're doing is that they're combining to make what's called an immune support. So it supports your immune system so you don't get sick. And they do a variety of different things. Each mushroom does something a little bit different. For example, cordyceps, which are within this, are really good for energy. They're uplifting.
And also, some mushrooms can be poisonous.
Yep.
But I'm not sure we have any poisonous mushrooms in here.
No, these are all edible mushrooms. We just have to say a little disclaimer that it's really easy to mess up which mushroom that you're picking if you're out hunting for mushrooms.
Yes.
So you need to be 110% positive that the mushroom that you are picking is the right mushroom, because they can look very similar. One mushroom could be great edible mushroom that you can cook at home and it's really good for your body, while the other mushroom who looks exactly like it could be poisonous and potentially be very deadly.
So, right now I am going to be getting something. Well, you are going to be telling the people here about all these mushrooms and stuff like that.
Okay.
I'll be back before you can even say one.
Okay. Well, here I'll just read it. I'll read what the bottle says.
Yes, and also tell us about, well, mushroom stuff.
Yep. So the power of mushroom mycelium. So mycelium is if you go mushroom hunting, you will find the little white stuff. They almost look like tiny little roots of the mushroom. That's the mycelium. So the mushroom mycelium is Earth's natural internet. This network of threads permits the soil and plants throughout the world, supporting the health of our ecosystem, accumulating in the information of the mushroom fruiting bodies. The fruiting body is what you're going to see. It's what the mushroom looks like. Stamets 7, which is the product we have, is the mycelium form of 7 well-studied mushrooms blended into a single daily immune support formula. They freeze dry these mycelium together and then they blend them up so it's a powder. I can even show you what the powder looks like. You can open this up. Camera. So that's what the powder looks like. As you can see, I used a lot of the powder already because I love this stuff. It's really good for your immune system, so I take it almost every day.
Well, thank you for teaching us.
You're very welcome to do it.
Now, today we are going to be learning in my favorite book, Wonders of Nature. So, how about we just find the page we're looking for?
You have a mushroom in there?
Of course, that's where we're going to learn about them.
Sounds amazing.
We go to the contents, and we're going to show our dear fellows.
It's on page 50.
50? That's too much. That's too much, too. Too much.
Almost there.
Almost there. That's 55.
There it is.
There. Now, today, he's going to be talking about this mushroom, right?
You want me to hold it up?
So first we're going to be showing you what we were looking at.
So, this says toadstool. Toadstool mushroom is also commonly known as the amanita. This is actually a mushroom that's not very safe to eat. It is a poisonous mushroom, but it is one of the most widely known mushrooms in the world. You can
Yes,
actually
and
find it on a lot of
Slovakia
stuff.
is one of the countries that are mostly known and mostly found places where you can find this type of mushroom. So you always in Slovakia need to be very wise about picking the mushroom and eating it because it is not edible.
And one of the cool things about this mushroom is that it grows in what's called a fairy ring. So if you look on the ground when you find these and you see a family of them, they're going to be growing in a circle. And that's why they call it a fairy ring, because it's kind of like a little fairy ring on the ground of mushrooms.
And most of the mushrooms do that. Not all, but very few. So, I bet we learned, and that's the only mushroom and wonders of nature. Now, since we are all interested, maybe you should keep going about this powder.
So this powder, what else can I say about it? It's a powder that you can blend into some of your drinks if you want to take it that way. Preferably what I do is I put it into little pill capsules and I take the pills every day. Basically you just need to get it into your body just a little bit, not the whole thing. Probably a tablespoon, maybe 2 tablespoons. And then it will be able to support your immune system each and every day.
Yes, and no need to be afraid.
Nope. And there are many different products from this company. This company's Host Defense. They don't just have this one product. They have a bunch of different products.
Because the mushroom that we just showed you is not in the powder.
No, it's not. That's a poisonous mushroom. You have to be very careful with the
Yes.
mushroom we just showed.
And to be very special, we're going to show you some of the mushrooms here.
Yep. So on there you can
Now
see,
here you may read if you have wide eyes.
So if you show them the picture again, I can point out some of the mushrooms. So these mushrooms down here that are orange, those are cordyceps. The white mushroom right there, that's lion's mane. This mushroom right here is a reishi mushroom. Let me see if I can look at it again. Let's see. This one up here is chaga. It's a chaga mushroom. That's a really healthy mushroom. A lot of people use. Most commonly known is probably the reishi and the lion's mane. Lion's mane you can actually cook. You can cook with the raw mushroom. It kind of tastes like, some people say it tastes like crab meat.
So, as we learned, he is very smart about mushrooms.
Well, thank you very
So
much.
maybe we'll bring him in most of our videos. Maybe we'll make a few more about mushrooms.
Definitely.
And if we have a little more time, maybe you could explain a little bit about fungi.
Yeah, so mushrooms are part of a family of organisms called fungi. But fungi are not just mushrooms. They consist of molds, yeast. So when you make bread, you use yeast. That's actually a fungi. It's a bacteria that is within the bread that allows it to give its robust flavor.
Ooh, I did not know that.
That's part of the fungi family. mold. So if you have something in your fridge that's kind of old and it starts getting that gross mold on it, that's also a fungi. And then obviously mushrooms as well. Fungi is a massive, massive family of different organisms, and there are a lot of organisms that we don't even really know that much about yet. So we're still studying every single day about fungi.
He also has a book about fungi, so that makes him extra smart, right?
Thank you, yeah. I'm still learning. There's more to learn. There's always more to learn.
So we'll see you on the next video. We'll have him on the next video maybe, and see us there.
Bye.